guys, welcome back. This is Rando Geek. Alright guys, so I want to go over Red Pocket Mobile. This is a service that you just don't hear about anymore these days, or very rarely if it pops up in conversation. And that's because there's a lot more MVNOs now to choose from, and they may be more competitive. So I thought it would be cool to just go back and take a look at their plans. I haven't taken a look at this website in about 2 years now, I would say. The last time I used Red Pocket was when I tried their Sprint plan, which was very good. It was straight up Sprint service. As far as I could tell, the SIM even said Sprint on it, so it was an official Sprint SIM. It wasn't an MVNO SIM. It was legit Sprint service. So it was really good. It was like, I think I paid $30 for it. It was a cheap plan. It was like 10 gigs or something like that of premium data. So it wasn't like an unlimited plan or anything, but it was good. It was pure Sprint service. So I thought it'd be cool to come back and take a look at the plans. Before that, I did test Verizon on Red Pocket and also at&t. No problems with any of the plans. Customer service takes a little bit of time for them to get back to you if you have any questions, like as far as email, but they do have the chat on the site. So if you have any questions, you can chat with them. So, you know, the service is there. The customer service is definitely there. I'm not paid by this company. I'm just going to let you know before we move forward. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies that I talk about. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just a guy who does, I just talk about the wireless carriers. I talk about the plans because it's of interest to me, and I want to have conversations with like-minded people who enjoy the same topics. But that's it. So if you see these plans and for some reason you want to sign up, go ahead. I don't have a referral link. I'm not getting anything off of this. Just your view. That's it. That's as far as I get out of this. But anyway, as you can see, there's a pop-up here, iPhone 14. So they have some promotions on phones, and they have apparently a bunch of different colors. So when I'm done looking at the plans, we'll take a quick look at the phones too, just to see if there's anything good here. But let's jump right into the plans. So we have the monthly plans. All right. So it looks like there's 4 plans, unlimited options to meet your lifestyle, starting from $10 a month. Enjoy unlimited talk, text, and data. All right. So obviously they're riding on the 5G network. Now, Red Pocket uses 3 carriers, so you can choose 3 carriers that you want service with. You can use Verizon, T-Mobile, or at&t. And I'll go ahead and show you that too, just in case you're not aware of it. But right here, GSMA. Yeah, one thing I noticed about their site, it kind of crashes a little, so, expect that if you go on their site. It most likely is going to happen for you too, because I don't have any other sites crash. It's just this one. So, where was I? Coverages. GSMA, which is AT&T, CMDA. I think it's something with this one page. And then, of course, we have T-Mobile. So anyway, it's T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. It could be because I have my pop-up blocker on too, so that's probably why it's doing that. So anyway, let's go back to the plans. So we have the $10 for 1 gigabyte, unlimited talk, text, and data. And then obviously it slows down to unusable speeds depending on your location. You may not even work at all after the 1 gig. But then of course you can always hit up customer service, or once you have an account set up, you can top it off and add additional data if you want. So that's how this service will work, just like how many of them work. All right, and then there's the $20 a month plan for 5 gigabytes. Then you get the unlimited talk, text, and data as well. Then we have the $30 plan, which is 10 gigabytes, unlimited talk, text, and data. And then finally, their last plan is $40 a month for 25 gigabytes of data. So right off the bat, we're not going to call them the most competitive. you know, if you were looking to do T-Mobile's line, Metro is offering 35 gigabytes of premium data for 40, right? Now, Visible is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for, 25 a month. So, and then AT&T, you know, we have Cricket, right? We have Cricket's plans. So I would say maybe you may look at Red Pocket to get an additional option for AT&T, but as far as Verizon service and T-Mobile service, Red Pocket probably won't be your first choice. Now, you may want to try them out just to see how the service is overall. Maybe you're getting better speeds. Maybe it's, you know, maybe you're finding that the towers are working better for you, the network's working better for you. Maybe it's smoother, maybe it's more pure, you know. So, you know, that's worth the test maybe. But right off the bat, as far as pricing, definitely not going to call them the most competitive. All right. So now we've taken a look at the unlimited plans, right? So the monthly plans. So now let's take a look at their annual plans. So this is if you pay in advance. So these are the 360-day plans, they call this. So basically what they can do is they can give you 500 megabytes high-speed data every 30 days, and this is what you would get. So this is, you know, $5 a month actually. This is great for like someone who never uses data. Right off the bat, this is, nobody uses data. They're always on either Wi-Fi or they don't. Basically, they have a flip phone or they have a smartphone, but they don't want to use data, or they use Wi-Fi all the time. If they're always home and they're comfortable with using Wi-Fi, there are many people that still do that. A lot of older folks that do that. It's $5 a month, paid annually $60 a year. This is a nice little phone plan, you know. It stacks up against something like consumer cellular, you know. So then we have the $15 a month plan, or paid annually, which is $180, and you get 5 gigabytes of high-speed data, which is also very good for someone that just does very little web surfing. So this can be good for a more advanced older person, maybe that just literally checks their email, their Facebook, maybe watches a video every few days for like a couple of minutes. This will probably last the majority of the month, you know, if that's how they use it. If they don't do too much, you know, if they're not really big on watching any videos, mostly just social media maybe, and then emails, this wouldn't be too bad. Then next is the $20 a month plan, $240 a year, 10 gigabytes of high-speed data, unlimited talk, text, Wi-Fi calling on compatible phones. So all these plans have Wi-Fi calling, so that's good. Volt on compatible phones, which is also excellent, and eSIM on compatible phones. So not bad, right? So not bad. These plans aren't bad when you really think about it. Like these are decent. You know, 20 a month for 10 gigs. Obviously you have to pay annually. So that's the downside, right? You're giving a lot up front. But if you've tested the service for a little bit and you really like it, you may be comfortable with paying. You know, it depends on the person looking at the plans and what they're comfortable with. All right, and then you have $30 a month, which is $360 a year, and this is their 25 gigabyte plan. So, and then when you do that, obviously, you know, you're getting a lot more data. 25 gigabytes is their highest that they offer right now. So not too bad. It depends on the person. Not the most competitively priced. Certainly not the best deal with all the MVNOs out right now, especially with Metro, Visible crushing it, and even Mint Mobile. So Mint Mobile's another one crushing it. So I can see why we're not hearing too much about Red Pocket, but I figured it'd be cool to check up on them. They're still around, see where they're at. All right, then we have family plans. Right, we have a whole bunch of family plans. Their site definitely crashes a lot. We're not even gonna be able to look at that. But nothing really going on in there anyway. We have 200 megabytes for $250. So they have like all these little basic plans, which is actually cool. I guess you can get these on eBay though. So a bunch of little plans that you can play with here, and then we'll just jump into their business plans, see if we have any issues. All right, so $150 if you do 5 lines. That defaults to 5 lines. Maybe that's the minimum because it's a business, so you have to have at least 5 lines for that. And then you'll get the 25 gigabytes of high-speed data. Yeah, so minimum for the business lines is 5 lines. So you can't do like an individual one business. You know, if you're sole proprietor, they're not going to let you do it. You have to basically have a number of employees. Required here is 5 or more. So, all right, and then they have just data only. So 20 gigs of high-speed data, $40 a month. 5 gigabytes of data, $25 a month, and then 1 gigabyte of data, $10 a month. So these are like good for like tablets. All right, so that's basically it. That's where their plans are. Definitely not the most competitive, but there's options. I would say this would be good if you're, like I said, somebody that doesn't use much data, and you could save yourself maybe $5 a month or $5 to $10 a month by going with Red Pocket as opposed to somebody else, because especially if they're not going to use any of that data, you could cut some costs by doing that. All right, so next thing I want to do real quick is just check their phones. So we'll check the iPhones real quick for you. These are all the iPhones they have. All right, so you can get the iPhone SE, $129. iPhone 13 mini, $329. So, fair priced for the phones. You get a $200 rebate too. Was it a $100 instant discount and then a $200 rebate right after? So, not bad. Not too bad on the prices for phones. All right, no free phones. Doesn't look like anything's free if you sign up. So nothing like that. Let's check out the Androids real quick. All right, so what do they have here? Not too many. Older devices, nothing new with the Samsungs. So only Samsung and older devices. So not too many phones. But and then what do we have? Oh yeah, the Franklin Wireless. Yeah. So that's it. Basically we've seen what we need to see. Again, not bad. Definitely not. I wouldn't really call them competitive in today's market, which is why we don't hear too much about them anymore. They would definitely need to offer some more competitive pricing. Like that $40 plan should not be $40 when Metro is charging $40, right, for 35 gigs, right? And Metro has the power of T-Mobile behind it, so it's very hard to stack up against a company that big and try to charge the same price. So they would have need to drop that down to maybe 35, and then they might actually be able to get that consumer who doesn't need 35 gigs, is willing to go with the 25 gigs to save the $5 a month. Now, I also don't know, to be honest, I don't recall if this is including taxes and fees. So let's go ahead and pretend there's definitely something with this site. Let's take a quick look here. I wanted to add this to cart to see if that's including taxes and fees. So I think I added it to the cart. Let's see, let's try to add this $40 plan. Add to cart. Let's see if I can do it fast enough. Definitely something up with this. Probably the pop-up blocker. Alright, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna open this up in another browser. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna clip this for a minute. Alright, so we back with this. So yeah, it was the browser. My browser actually, the pop-up blocker. So I went ahead, closed that out, put it in another one, and here we go. So when we add this to the cart, okay, we're seeing 40, shipping is free, right? And then I guess if you put in, yeah, so taxes and fees are calculated on the next page. So there's gonna be some taxes on that too. So that's another downfall of this plan right here is taxes and fees. You know, you're not getting that with Visible. You're not getting that with Metro by T-Mobile. So what I'm gonna say is in 2023, is Red Pocket really worth it? Maybe. Depends on who you ask. Depends on what you're really looking for. You may experience better service. It may be better. Things may run smoother with Red Pocket than it might with, say, Visible. You know, I don't think that's gonna happen, especially now with Visible being on Verizon's network. So, you know, I'm just trying to be neutral here, but you know, more than likely, it's not going to be a difference. You're going to pay a little more than you need to, but just for the heck of it, you could try it and see how things work. Maybe you experience something better. So I'll leave it with that. Is it still worth it in 2023? Maybe. Can't hurt to try. If you want to try, you can try. But as far as like competitive pricing, they're not competitive in the price market. But maybe you'll find yourself enjoying the service more. And maybe you're just tired of Visible, and maybe you're just tired of Metro, and maybe you just want a different carrier. Maybe you just want to deal with a different company. You know, if you just want to deal with a different company and you're willing to shove out $5 more a month or pay the same but maybe get a little less data because you don't really need it anyway, then yeah, maybe it's worth it for you. I'll leave it with that. Be sure to hit that like on your way out. Please consider subscribing. This way you can get all the latest videos and news that I bring to you. Don't forget to turn on a notification bell too so you get those alerts. As always, I want to thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.